Hello from Akasa Living. I want to talk to you today about when we can't seem to stop ruminating, when we can't seem to get narratives out of our heads, when we can't seem to stop someone's energy from pulling on us. What does all of that mean? Well, certainly that's a big topic, and it can mean several things. So there's no way I can cover all of it. And I do want to do a meditation to help with it. I'm going to cover as much of it as I can and cover it in a way that you can extrapolate from and figure out for yourself other things that it applies to. So this has nothing to do with a belief system. This is energy. We are energy. And that is all this is. So I would not want anyone to come away from this feeling like, well, I can't do this because I believe this or I believe that. This has nothing to do with a belief system. We are energy. I know in the beginning there was energy. You all love that I start here, I know. But adult learners change because they understand the principles and they see the need to. So we'll always start with the principles and give you the building blocks to make your own decisions. It's not up to me to tell you what changes to make. It's up to me to give you the principles and for you to decide what changes to make. So in the beginning, there was energy, neither bad nor good. This energy became consciously aware. And the energy that was in the bandwidth of unconditional love slowed its molecules down to be tactile, so that at the top of the bandwidth, the as above could have a so below experience. The energy at the very top, where it was expanding its conscious awareness, everything that it was learning, that it understood, but could not physically experience because it had no physicality, it could have the fullest expression of in physicality. And that fullest expression is its molecules slowed down to us. That is what humanity is. We are merely the tail end, if you will, of energy that is in the frequency of unconditional love. One whole complete light being. At the top, fully conscious, knows everything that we want to do, continually expanding consciousness, beautiful, unconditional love energy. Slowing its molecules down to express that at the bottom of the bandwidth in the most tactile and the densest we can go without getting below the frequency of unconditional love. Because if we get below that, our energy becomes unstable. Physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, we become unstable when we get into denser energies than unconditional love. All right? Now, obviously, when you have one whole complete light being, y'all thought this one whole complete light being had retired, didn't you? Well, it's still here. When one whole complete light being has to slow down its molecules, well, in between, there are going to be different aspects of it, different layers, like a parfait, okay? So there are different aspects of each of us that have different properties, different densities, different levels of conscious awareness. Now, by necessity, because we are the densest, the most tactile, we are able to express the most physicality, we also have the less level of conscious awareness. We are less aware of what up here knows. And the layers in between, the aspects in between, the higher up they are, the more aware they are. But of course, the less physicality they have. So we're the ultimate expression but the least aware. Okay. So, of course, our job here is to understand that we're light beings and to communicate not with these aspects, but with source, and not even really with this source. One would think so, because this is our individual source. But even this individual source, over periods of time, because we have gotten down into dense energies, and if as above goes so below, then so below stands to reason and has affected as above. This source energy is not without its issues. It has been affected. And even though energy is neither bad nor good, the energy has been acted upon. So, original source energy, however, has not. Because in the beginning, there was energy neither bad nor good. There we go, the lights. There we go, folks. Original source energy divided itself and kept dividing, kept dividing, kept dividing. That's all of us. But the original source energy stayed completely pure. That is where we want to communicate. Not with ourselves, which is flawed because we keep getting down into the denseness, but with source, original source, original source. So our communication system for doing that is the chakra system. Everything is connected by chakras. Points of energetic transference, the chakra system. So these aspects in between, and even our original source, which is the highest of us, but all of these aspects in between, they're competing for this physicality. They're competing to use, to manifest a life, to manifest their level of consciousness in the most physical way possible. So if these levels of consciousness can get your attention, they're going to. Because their awareness is, this is what I want to do. I want to live. I am consciously aware. I want to live. I want to experience. I want to be. And this is the way we do it down here. This slowed down energy, the most tactile of us. This is where we express ourselves. So we don't want to listen to any of this. These are the illusions and delusions that we accept as truth. And we think sometimes it's our intuition. We think sometimes that it's fact. These are the narratives that play in our heads. And we are so sure that we're right. And the truth is we are. Because these are planes of existence that we are living. And so the things we are being told, your husband is doing this. He is in that plane of existence. Your mom did this to you. She did in that plane of existence. But your as above experience that you and source are working on, what source is incarnating here for you to have in this lifetime, your best and highest good in this incarnation, may have nothing to do with any of those. We have this notion that if it's coming from above, it must be right. It must be better. Well, it is better. It's a higher level of consciousness than ours. But if we want our best and highest good, we have to transcend We can't go by the programming, which tells us limiting beliefs. And these will jump on every limiting belief we have to take advantage and to get us not to go higher. Because these have learned to play this like a fiddle. Yeah. The other aspects of ourselves, including this one, the very tip top, have learned to play this like a fiddle to keep us from going all the way to the highest source and having our best and highest good for their advantage, so that the experience we have is the one they want to have. And it's not necessarily our best and highest good. So what is it we want to connect to then? That is why we go within. Source connects within our heart space. When we connect above, we want to do so very carefully. Very carefully. Now, as above, so below is about the fact that there are higher frequencies. There are higher vibrations, yes. We are transcending them, yes, going all the way to source, yes, but source is right here. Source is right here. We are to be aware of the higher vibrations because we ourselves are going up in vibrational frequency all the time. But our goal is source energy. So we connect up so source can come down to the heart space. And we want it to be source energy. Original source energy. The universe is many types of energy. One type of energy that it is archangel energy. Another type is angel energy. There are many myths about angels and archangels doing battle. They're still doing battle. They don't agree on stuff. They're still disagreeing about things. You get in those energies, and you'll hear people talking about how they're not resting at night. They've been doing battle all night because they're being pulled into these aspects. And their energetic bandwidth for this lifetime is being used for what these energetic beings are fighting over, or disagreeing over, or working on feverishly in their realm. It's not our battle. That is what sovereignty of that is what sovereignty of self is over. So everyone thinks sovereignty of self is, it's my free will. It is. It is your free will to have your experience here with source energy directly. You and source, without interference from any of the in-betweens. You are to transcend them all and not listen to any of them. Now, are there some of them that are trustworthy and benevolent, et cetera, et cetera? Yes. But which ones? I don't know. It varies from person to person. That's why my meditations now say, if you want to call in some ancestors, if you have some galactics or angels of the light or beings of the light that are for your best and highest good, and you want to call them in, do so now. I don't call anybody in anymore. I just work with source energy, and that's it. Occasionally I have some come in. I very seldom accept any of it, though, because they always have a narrative for us, And that narrative will get us going down rabbit holes. And every rabbit hole we chase, every storyline we chase, it's an illusion. If it is not the reality of what is going on in your world at this moment, if it's not right here on terra firma, if you're not living it, breathing it, doing it, experiencing it right now yourself, you just got suckered into one of the illusions of another aspect, or a galactic, or some other energy. And they used your energetic bandwidth. And that's a moment you lost. And perhaps made decisions based upon that information. And it's not wrong. The information is not wrong. Your intuition isn't wrong. You're not, people are like, I got the wrong stuff. I got the wrong thing. You know, I asked about this and I was told that and it wasn't the right thing. No, you got the right thing for that plane of existence. The problem was you were tapped into the wrong place. You were tapped into the wrong place. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. I know people love astral travel and all of that. And I get it. It's like, let's go to the moon. Let's check the moon out. I get it. I get it. You want to see what it's all about. But your energetic bandwidth right now is for the earth plane of existence. You are to be, feel, and experience at the bottom of the bandwidth of unconditional love, because it is the ultimate expression at this time of the energy that is unconditional love. And that is why all of these aspects are fighting over getting to use your energetic bandwidth. That's why you have got to claim sovereignty over it and say, hold on a second. My energetic bandwidth, me and source, I'm going to use my chakra system, connect directly with source, open it wide open and say, bring on the light, source light, original source light. Bring it right here to my heart. Use my high heart chakra to bridge to my communication system, my throat chakra. I want to understand as much as possible about what I'm being told from original source. I want to understand as much as possible about what my highest and best timeline in the reality of this earth plane of existence is, without interference from the rest of y'all. I want to transcend all of this as much as possible. And I want the most of this experience. Yeah. But oh my goodness, folks, it's not how we're living. We are not living. We're begging and pleading. We're like, oh, let me connect up. Let me get some guidance. And oh, they love guiding us. They love guiding us. They guide us down this rabbit hole and that. You know how many rabbit holes I've chased with these other aspects, and some of them are cosmic, and I have gone down so many of these rabbit holes. And it's like, it's addictive even, because it's to boldly go. And there's nothing wrong with exploring it. Just like there's nothing wrong with, if you live in the United States, going to Europe. But if you love the United States and you love your home, you'll stay in Europe. And at some point you decide, okay, I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, time to go home now, and I want to live my life at home. I want to get back to me. I want to be sovereign over my life. Or if you're an astronaut, okay, we went to the moon. I did that. That was great. But I'm back now. I don't want to think about being on the moon all the time. I don't want to keep being drawn. I don't want my energy keep being drawn back to, oh my God, I wish I was on the moon. What was it like on the moon? And no, you want to live your life present and use all your energy to go forward and have a better life, the best and highest good life you can. Yeah. So when you have situations with people, your soul group that you're incarnate with, the energies that you're resonant with, they all have these different aspects too. Oh, yeah. Boy, did that just get interesting. So all of your resonant soul group, they've got the same thing going on that you do. So the plan was for you all to be resonating in the same frequency and doing stuff together. But everybody's not doing that. They're not getting the synchronicities and the hits, and everybody's not coming up into frequency at the same time, et cetera, et cetera. So you've got some listening to here and some listening to here and some listening to here, some listening to here and thinking for sure that that's right. They've been there, done that, got the t-shirt. It's not right. and that's okay. Not being critical. There go the lights, so yeah. And these are the people you resonate with. These aren't even the people you don't resonate with. This is your soul group that you resonate with. This is your twin flame. This is your soulmate. This is your soulmate best friend, your soulmate work, your soulmate hobby. These are the things you resonate with, folks. That have all these different layers too. So when they're in one of these different layers, when they're getting their energy or tangling their energy up with or pulling from or getting their frequency from, however you want to say it, one of these frequencies, one of these different aspects, you're not resonant with them. And you're not going to be. And there's no room for judgment there. No, we do, because we're hurt. But that's my twin. Why does my twin want me? Your twin does. But your twin in this level, and your twin in this level, and your twin in this level, and your twin here, and your twin here, they all have different ideas about what that means. And unfortunately, you're here. And the one here is so confused because all of these are sending different messages to. And it's not the one that you're getting. Same way about your work, your family. And that's assuming that you're with resonant energies. Imagine if you're with non-resonant energies. This is why we have to understand that we are light beings. We have to understand energy. We have to pull ourselves away from non-resonant energies. We have to start understanding sovereignty of self and dealing with resonant energies. And we have to more and more and more pull ourselves into resonant energy, resonant energy, resonant energy. And the more we do that, the more we will live the highest timeline we can live, because it will be source at the highest of the expansion of consciousness, expressing itself through each of us, which is what is meant to be happening. Source expressing itself individually through each of us, our uniqueness. And we're doing all this ancestral clearing to clear all of the mix-ups that are here and here across all time, space, universes, lifetimes, and dimensions and incarnations. That would be these things that we're experiencing that are getting in the way. Now, does it cover every aspect? I'm not sure about that. But it's to help us transcend these, that's for sure. So when your twin flame or your soulmate or your parent or your child or the boss that you adore or the boss that you or whoever has done something that is making your world difficult, and you feel their energy pulling on you all the time, and you're trying to pull out of the situation, pull your energy to yourself, raise your vibrational frequency, release it, and you don't seem to be, are pulling on you. All of their energies, perhaps, or a bunch of their energies, or one of them in particular. And the only energy you want pulling on you isn't ever going to pull on you, because source energy is only ever going to communicate to your heart. And it's going to light you up. And you're going to be, oh, yeah, that feels good. That makes us happy. That doesn't confuse me. That doesn't overwhelm me. It may make me a little nervous because we haven't done that before, but it's an exciting nervous. It's a good nervous. It's a, oh, yeah, we can do that. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, we can do that. We haven't done it before, but we can do it. It's that kind. We got this. It's that kind. It doesn't mean that they're bad and you're good. It doesn't mean that you're above them and they're below you. Because remember, when we talk about you're at a higher level of consciousness, we're talking relative to you, not them. You've gone up in conscious awareness from where you were. So it's a higher level of consciousness for you. What it is for them is relative to them. A doctor for himself is at this level of conscious awareness. And when he knows more, he's at this one and at this one. A lawyer, this one, then this one, then this one. But they're doctors and lawyers. So how much they know? A bunch. So they're at high levels of conscious awareness. You can't say that either is more conscious awareness than the other. You can't compare the two and say one is better or smarter or whatever than the other. They're very highly aware people. So conscious awareness doesn't work that way. So when you say somebody is not at your level of conscious awareness, when you say they're below your conscious awareness, that doesn't mean you're smarter, brighter, above them, whatever. That means your conscious awareness has gone up on something from where you were. Theirs has stayed where it was. Theirs may have already been higher than yours, but it hasn't gone up from it. That's all that means. It's relative. It's got to do with your frequency. Okay? So it never means that somebody is right, wrong, better, worse. It can never mean that. It means you don't see it the same way. Now, does it sometimes mean that? Yes. If we're getting into narcissism, harmful behaviors, actually physically harming someone, those type things, that's obvious. But for the most part, there are no judgment calls to be made. It is simply, for me, I want to be, feel, and experience this. And that is up, 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 like 14 notches for me from where I was in level of consciousness. Now you were already, I don't know what level of consciousness, but I've gone up these many, and you stayed where you were on that. So now, whenever I talk about that, I just go right over you on it because you didn't change on it. It doesn't mean mine is better. It means I changed, so I went up the ladder. You didn't. But that's relative. I went up relative to me, to where I was to begin with. Not up as in better than you. I went up as in I improved me. I don't know where you were to begin with. All that's relative to me. Because really, I have nothing to say about what you do with you. I only act on my energy. When we start acting on someone else's energy, we are manipulating their energy. That's not what we're meant to do. We are created in the frequency of unconditional love. That is the energy we are. When we start acting on someone else's energy to alter it, that's not love. Love simply attracts. That's healthy. When it seeks to manipulate another energy, it is going to change that energy. I don't want to change anyone else's energy. I want it to remain love. I want it to remain what it is. If it's not resonant with me, it's not resonant. That may make me sad, but it still doesn't give me the right to change it. Maybe at some point they will change their level of consciousness on something, and that will be different. But until it is, it's not. I have to pull my energy from that and go forward on my timeline. And I don't want to listen to these different aspects who all have their own version of it and say, oh, come here. Here, this is how you do it. And we can get them to do that because here they're doing it. And boy, the mind is like, oh yeah, let's do that. That is where our 3D energetic behavioral styles came from. Because all these different aspects, we know how to get them to do that. This is where our manipulation came from. We don't manipulate in this plane of existence to suit these other aspects or planes of existence. They're not the ones whose energy we're expressing. They only exist because they are a byproduct of source energy incarnating for the ultimate expression of itself. And if we do what they want, we will have less of an experience and a confusing experience. And we will be judging one another and probably doing so wrongly. In the earth plane of experience, at least. Because we may be told by this aspect that they did such and such, when really they were being guided by this aspect and they really did such and such. That's why you're just so sure that they're doing such and such. And you're not wrong. In that plane of existence, they are. But really what they were doing here is they were being guided by this and they were doing that. Well, you knew they were doing something. Well, you were right, but you were wrong. And it doesn't matter because it's none of our business. If we're resonant, we're doing this. And we're together because we're in alignment And if we're not resonant, then none of this is our business anyway. Love and light, let them go do what they're doing. And you go on with your timeline until a soulmate or other close energy comes in that is resonant with you. That is how unconditional love expands consciousness here. That is how the expansion of consciousness is expressed here. Harmoniously. Want to know why we're out of order, folks? Want to know why we got chaos here? This is why. But we have not known that we are light beings. We have not known this. We have not known what going within means. We haven't known what this source energy was that's trying to communicate with us. And we've turned it into a God to worship, and its will we have got to do. But no, wait a second, what about our will and all of this stuff that we've misunderstood and just got wrong? And then we've got all these other things we're listening to that we're just so sure are higher powers and guides, and they're guides, all right. They're guides, all right. But my goodness, my angel squad, they still try to talk to me in the shower. And I'm like, no, I know you mean well, but no, I don't want to hear anything you have to say. I know you mean well. And I know you just want to express yourself in tactility. But some of y'all are even feuding with each other, and you drag my humanness into the feuds. And so I have human friends that see me in a way that is not accurate because y'all have drug us into it in the ethers, in these. So no, I only want to hear from source energy. So love and light to y'all, but no. So when you have someone else who is pulling on your energy, the practicality of it, what do? We call on source energy. We seal ourselves in white light, our aura in white light with golden light. The golden light helps deflect other energies. And we make sure that we are at a higher vibrational frequency, again, relative, so that whatever frequency it is that is trying to mess with us just goes below us. And we see it go by, and we're like, yep, not messing with that. Thank you very much. We're not resonant. Matter of fact, if you cannot even look at it, that's great too. We are protons, electrons, neutrons, folks. If that energy can't find us to connect to, it's going to connect to something else. You see, its goal is to pull us down so it can hook back up with us. It's pulling on us. But no, if we stay up here in frequency, and it insists on staying where it's at, it's going to miss us. It can't mess with us. Okay, I feel it pulling. No, not going. Feel it pulling, not going. I'm staying in frequency. And before long, it's got to find something else to mess with, folks, because it's got to attach to something. So it's going to go on, and it's going to be attracted to something else. And it's going to find what resonates with it, and what resonates with us is going to come along. And that doesn't make it bad, doesn't make us good, doesn't make us right, doesn't make it wrong. It just means we're not resonant. And it may very well mean that that person is listening to one of these aspects, or four of these aspects, or all of these aspects, or its highest source, which has been influenced by one of these aspects, or dense energy because it hasn't healed yet. Able to. It's because their energies. So how do we do this? Keep our chakra system in alignment. Keep it attuned. Attuned simply means that it is constantly searching for the frequency that is our best and highest good in this reality, not the illusions of other aspects of us, but this reality. Our best and highest timeline in this reality. No other time, space, universe, lifetime, dimension, or incarnation, past, present, or future, but this one right now. None of the illusions or delusions, because unless it's happening right here, right now, for us, then it's just an illusion for us. Now, for those aspects of us, it's real, and they want to drag us into it. But we are sovereign over self. And we can get dragged into living our entire earth existence in a fantasy, living it in our heads, and never having the real tactile experience that is the ultimate physicality, other ultimate physical expression of source energy. Because these aspects all fought over the physical experience. That's why we have to be grounded. And source energy comes down, earth energy comes up, meet in our heart space. And the high heart chakra stabilizes us and keeps us in frequency, opens the energy column up wide, so that the heart and the communication system function optimally, and source, original source, is able to communicate to our heart exactly what we need to know for the best and highest reality possible. Okay, I know this is getting a little long. So we're going to do a very short meditation with a long extended music, so you can feel into it yourself longer. What I recommend, I have some blue stones here for the throat chakra. I have amethyst here because it is violet, as in the violet flame, which of course is the healing of this age. And amethyst is the most healing stone for me, so I have it at all times. This is my new piece that my friend and I went and got. I have citrine here because citrine is, for me, about abundance. For many people, about abundance, but it's also the solar plexus. So that's our strength, our power, calling our power back. I have a huge honking piece from back home of aquamarine colored, what we called fluorspar, fluorite. For the high heart chakra, I can feel mine just. And then I have selenite, but I also have sandstone selenite. And so both of those are clearing. I have pink tourmaline. Pink tourmaline, it's like tourmaline. It's grounding, but also clearing. But the pink tourmaline is like specifically for the transcendent love issue, for clearing out anything that is preventing us from transcending. Okay. And then I have rhodonite, different styles of rhodonite here. And then, of course, always, if we're talking love, folks, rose quartz. So you have quite a little collection right here, don't I? So those are what I have for this little meditation. Again, we're not going to spend a lot of time on each chakra. We're just going to go through each chakra rather quickly just to get everything in alignment. And mostly we're just going to pull everything into the heart space, make sure that we have the high heart activated and source energy coming in, and then give you time with source energy with the energy column wide, and give you that time with source energy. Afterwards, I recommend that you journal, that you free write. So whatever source energy gives you, you may get it in dreams though, or however your clairvoyance works. Whatever way you and source communicate is fine. If you like to light a candle, that would be great, because the heat speeds up molecules. So that speeds up the vibration, raises the frequency. When you're meditating, your mind wanders. Everybody's does. Do not think that is just you. Don't think you're doing it wrong. You can't do it wrong. If your mind wanders, chances are it was something that your mind needed to wander too. There's no coincidences, folks. Look at the word coincidence. It comes from the root word coincide. That means that whatever happens coincides. It's meant to. They go together. So if your mind wanders, let it wander. Look at it, let it pass, and then come back to your breathing. Come back to the meditation. That was meant to go for some reason. All right. One of the things we are going to be sure to do in this meditation is when we get to the solar plexus, we are going to release any energetic entanglements we might have, because all of these aspects, they entangle the daylights out of us. That is how they get their hooks and cords and all of those things into us, to hold on to us, to get us to keep doing what they want us to do, instead of us being fully in alignment with source energy, to keep us from, even though we're communicating with source energy, we're still being pulled and tugged in all these different directions. And they do that across multiple time, space, universes, lifetimes, dimensions, and incarnations, for those who believe in those things. And for those who don't, they just do it. And so let's just do it. And so we are going to be sure to take a little bit of time to remove those things. That's what I'll spend the most time on, that, and making sure that we're connected to the high heart chakra and that the energy column is wide. So I believe that covers everything. I believe that's got it, folks. If you're ready, please sit or lie with your energy column straight. And we are going to place ourselves in an inverted pyramid and call in the pink light. You may call in any other being of the light or ancestor that you wish at this time for your best and highest good, if that is your practice. And when this is over, in the meditation according to your practice, because I'm going to just let it play out with the extended energy and music. So as we go into our pyramid, yes, we call in the pink transcendent light, the pink light of transcendent love. Just breathe it in. Let it fill every part of your beingness. Let it expand, expand, expand in your beingness. Let it dissolve everything that does not serve you, transmuting it all, turning it into unconditional love, folks. Everything has no choice. As the pyramid takes this energy and enhances it, optimizes it, up, up, up your frequency goes. Everything being turned into love again. You feel muscles, every part of our beingness, everything just relaxing, being released, as all that does not serve is leaving. Very good. We ask for another pyramid to be added now, and more pink light. Let's breathe in, do it all again. You may feel more heaviness, more intensity. Bright white light coming in, white gold light coming in, pink light coming in. Everything that does not serve is being released. You may feel energies letting go. You may feel pins, hooks, things that have had you connected to other people, other times, space, universes, lifetimes, and dimensions just being taken away with grace and ease. Just breathe in the energy of transcendent love. Breathe it into the heart space. All that does not serve is being transmuted. Only unconditional love can stay. There can be nothing there that does not serve. And exhale. And one more time, let's bring another pyramid down and let's have more of that beautiful, beautiful pink light of transcendent love. You may feel even stronger heaviness as we are grounded to Mother Earth through the Earth Star Chakra, through the crystalline grid, which is our Chiron wound healing, all the way to the core of the crystalline grid of Mother Earth. And we have clean, pure energy coming up now through the Earth Star Chakra, through the crystalline grid of our Chiron wound healing, through the Earth Star Chakra, and it's glowing red, through the solar plexus, through the sacral chakra, which is orange, and the navel chakra, which is peach, through the solar plexus, which is gold, golden yellow, as we call ourselves back to ourselves across all time, space, universes, lifetimes, dimensions, and incarnations, past, present, and future. And we declare ourselves released from all energetic entanglements of any kind. Nothing can hold us as we are here in the triple pyramids with all the layers of transcendent love. Everything that does not serve must go. Anything holding us across all time, space, universes, lifetimes, dimensions, and incarnations must release us with grace and ease. The chakra system opens up in any direction needed. If it needs to expand forward, it needs to expand in any direction. For untanglement, source energy is dealing with it now. And source energy is all that is needed. Original source energy, untainted and pure. There we go. Exhale. Now breathe in green light for the heart chakra, for health, wealth, abundance, and prosperity as it heals the front of the heart chakra. And also see it protected with pink transcendent love. See the back of the heart chakra protected and healed with blue unconditional love. And see the high heart chakra with aquamarine. Tap between the throat and the heart lightly. You may tap a circle if you like. And then tap on the breastbones. And you may feel the scapulas open up, the scapula chakras. It may feel like angel wings are opening up. Activating the thymus or the high heart chakra. And now blue light, beautiful blue light at the throat chakra. Expanding the throat chakra so that it functions perfectly for you, so that you understand all that is being communicated to you and all that you're communicating is understood in every way. Ethereal and in this world. And then silver light for the past life chakra as it's all being purified so that we can go forward with the knowledge, but without the denseness of any energies we have picked up. Blue light, indigo light, for the third eye, so the third eye stays clear, perfectly balanced, centered, rotated, calibrated. Violet light for the crown chakra, so that all that can come through is, there it goes, yes, there go our lights, so that all that can come through the crown is what serves us. Only what is high vibrational frequencies of unconditional love and serves us each individually. That is all that comes through our crown chakra. And then beautiful white light like selenite for the causal chakra, so the gathering place of the other aspects of us. Only the purity of heart can be there. Only our sovereignty of self can be represented there. No overpowering of the sovereignty of self, no illusions or delusions. The only guidance in the causal chakra ever has to be our best and highest good. And then the soul star, beautiful yellow sunshine, so that we stay high vibrational in joy and bliss and happiness and exuberance. And then the stellar gateway with beautiful golden light, wisdom from above, pouring down like a waterfall. Wisdom inundating our entire chakra system now. And the chakra system opens wide, allowing source, original source, to pour beautiful, pure, white light with all colors of the color spectrum now coming down through our widened, enlarged, perfectly calibrated for each of us chakra system, grounding us all the way to Mother Earth. Clearing everything as it comes down, healing everything as it comes down. Breathe it in. See how freely you're able to breathe with the chakra system open wide. Connect with Mother Earth, and then bring the energy up again, pure and clear. Bring it to the heart space. And now amazing white light is going to come in. Beautiful, bright, white, healing light coming in now, creating a massive aura around you with golden light for protection. It's forming all around you as if you were a globe or a planet hanging in the sky. The energy is all around you. You may feel like your back is folding to meet in the back, literally, just like to make you round like a planet or a ball. It may feel that way. Allow, allow, allow. You may see a light at your third eye. If you don't, just imagine that you do. As we now bask in this Christ white light with cosmic diamond in it, with cosmic diamond light in it, we're going to be connected now all the way up to original source energy, bypassing all other aspects of energy. And as we connect up, up and up, tap on the high heart chakra, tap a circle if you need to, Tap on the breastbones, open up the scapular chakras if you need to. Feel everything becoming more expansive. Feel the chakra system opening wide. Feel the free flow of energy coming down from source now through a wide, wide energy column going all the way to Mother Earth in a positive energy loop. All relationships must be a positive energy loop. Self-care is never about self. Self-care is about who do I want to be? How do I want to feel? What do I want to experience? So I can put myself in that energy and then establish positive energy loops. Put that energy out, call that energy back to me, put that energy out, call it back to me. It is never about making others be what we want them to be when we want them to be that, but it is attracting it into us, putting it out, attracting it in, putting it out. We must establish positive energy loops. We are establishing that energy loop now, source coming down to earth, Mother Earth's energy coming back up. We have it circulating through us now. Like the yogis have the Kundalini circulating through them, we have all the way at source, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. And all the way to the core of the crystalline grid. The brightest, widest healing light. And now, it is going to begin crossing over at the heart, forming an infinity sign. See the brightness happening now as it does so. Feel us going up in vibrational frequency. Feel the energy going up, forming a figure eight at the heart chakra, going on up, coming back down, forming a figure eight at the high heart chakra, going on down, grounding with Mother Earth, coming back up, figure eight at the high heart chakra, coming back down. It's continuing. It's racing like a golden light. Like a golden fuse, like a fire on a fuse that is lit. This is your energy in a positive energy loop with all. Maintain it with those that are resonant. Pull your energy from those who are not. Wish them love and light. And simply continue to stay in frequency and pull those, draw those, attract those into positive energy loops with you that are resonant. This is how we are happy and live with an orderly, prosperous, abundant life and have longevity. This is how we have our as above, so below. This is how Source experiences the highest and best timeline of true physicality through us, and how we experience the best and highest timeline with the guidance of pure Source at the highest level of conscious awareness and expanded consciousness. Feel the energy. If your energy column tries to go back in, simply tap on the high heart chakra or on the collarbones, or make a circle around the high heart chakra. Or if you like, you may put your hands together and simply bring them apart. For all is energy, and you may simply say open, and it is so. Do it all with grace and ease. Breathe in to the heart space. Let it fill every part of your beingness. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. You'll feel all the old energies, all the entanglements just going away. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe it all in. Dissolving everything that does not serve, turning it all into unconditional love, freeing every part of us, and us freeing everyone and everything that we may have entangled as well. With thoughts, actions, words, deeds, written, intentional, unintentional, across all time, space, universes, lifetimes, dimensions, and incarnations, past, present, and future. We are free, we are free, we are free. Feel free to stay in this energy as long as you like in this meditation according to your practice.